It is the next morning, and as you can see, I've finished the bushings. While I'm thinking of it, you may recall when I was running the CA glue around the edge here, after I went to pick it up off the paper, the plastic wrap, or rather the wax paper, it kind of stuck a little bit. And I thought, oh, that's funny. And I turned it over, and here, all around the edge there, it had actually seeped all the way through from here to here. I thought that was kind of interesting. Anyway, I went ahead and I did the second one exactly the same way. And then, so that they look kind of nice, I just CA glued around the outside of the whole thing and then wiped it off real quick before it actually set. Kind of makes it look like it's been finished. I don't think it really added a whole lot to the strength. But I am convinced that by running the CA glue around the inside here, it probably tripled the strength of this thing from a braking standpoint. Now, about the problem I was having with my centering bits, or at least that I thought I had. One of the viewers, he made a comment, and when I read it, well, it was suddenly like a eureka moment, like, why didn't I think of that? Anyway, the angle here is the same as the angle on a live center. I should have thought of that. These things here are designed so that when you make a hole, like let's say I wanted to take this rod and turn this down for something. Now, if there's just a tiny little bit sticking out of my chuck, and like say I'm going to make a bushing for a pen or something, I'm not going to bother making a hole and using my live center. I just plain don't need to. However, let's say I wanted a long piece, and let's say the chuck was grabbing away back here, and this end was sticking out. You know, there's a tendency that it's going to want to vibrate when the cutter comes on and works its way across. I think you get the idea. So then I would naturally be wanting to make some sort of a little hole here in the center. That's where these things really excel. And probably the first time I actually did it, I would have thought, oh yeah. Anyway, I think you realize what I'm trying to say here. However, let's look at these bushings. They're just a nice, perfect fit. You know, you can see that, you know, they're just perfect. They're not too loose, not too tight. So let's go stick them on the lathe and see how true they are. Now, you know that I like to be honest in my workshop videos. I've already tried it out last night, so I already know. But you might like to see it. Now there is one slight fly in the ointment. And that is, there is very little thread here left to grab onto if I have everything done the same as this. So, being as I want to have a little rubber washer at this end to give it more grip, that means that I'm probably going to have this hole recessed further up, like the 1 5/8 inch hole, drilled a little bit further up. Don't want to do it too much, or I'm going to have to end up shortening the rod, which wouldn't be impossible. Anyway, that's about the only thing I can see that where there could be a problem. Another problem could be, let's say I get sort of a catch. This thing comes to a stop. However, the mandrel keeps going. And the nut has a tendency to want to, because of the way it's rotating here, it's going to want to auto-tighten. And it could over-tighten and maybe break something, or anyway, that's what I'm thinking. I'll work that out later, I guess. Anyway, see what it looks like when it's turning. Now, obviously, this was not turned to these bushings, so it's probably going to bob up and down a little bit here. Well, I can see it working really well, eventually. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And once again, we gotta knock out this little plug here. It's actually loose, but there we go. Okay. Once again, we sort of have now the moment of truth. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing something here. Why is this not working? It's a bit of a tight fit there. You know what? I might have to turn this piece down just a little bit, because that's just a little bit too tight. Don't know why I'm showing you all this. Let's try the other one. Oh yeah, it fits better. Yeah, okay. I don't know why. I guess this one must be just slightly bigger than the other one. Well, I don't know if I'm going to turn right now, because I do want to put the rubber washer in there yet. But anyways, let's just see what's going to happen here. Now the idea is that when I turn this down, the outside here should be true with the mandrel, because the bushing is true with the mandrel. Okay. It's getting a little bit later in the afternoon now, and you may have noticed I drilled this out. And as long as we're talking about things that don't go well. You know, I have nothing to gain by not showing you my mistakes and when things don't go well. It's not like I was doing a video for some woodworking magazine or, you know, had to do a whole bunch of retakes until I got it right. I'm doing this just for fun. So, yeah, got the hole, looks pretty good, right? Wrong. It's about 1/4 of an inch out. Anyway, what happened was, and I was kind of thinking this was going to happen, when the drill bit touched the end here and started going through, there was a little bit of a wobble, and I thought, oh boy, that's just going to amplify all the way through, and sure enough. So from now on, when I drill out this piece, I'll do it on the drill press. You know, just put it on the drill press and just go straight down through. Simple. Anyway, this system does seem to work okay. I don't know how it's going to turn. Maybe we'll find out tomorrow. I got a feeling I might have a problem with it slipping on the mandrel, and maybe not. I'll soon know. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching.